Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some hobbies that you can start in 2026 instead of doom scrolling the year away. This is very much targeted at myself also. I hope that this year is a year that we can collectively get off our phones and be more conscious of how we're spending our time. Once you start scrolling, it's so easy to go on forever, and this year we're going to change that. I believe everyone should have hobbies, even if it's just a single one. So if you can take at least one hobby from this video, then I've done my job. And the good thing about hobbies is that you don't have to be insanely good at them, especially if it's something that you're doing for fun or to better yourself, and just being able to say that you tried it is enough. With that being said, I've divided these hobbies into 4 categories. We have mind, creating, movement, and lastly miscellaneous, which are just hobbies that I didn't really have a category for. Let's get straight into it. First, we're gonna start with mind, which are hobbies that really work the brain. First thing on the list is reading. I'm not sure if you can see, but reading is one of my favorite hobbies. A lot of the random knowledge that I have is through reading. Reading is also such a great way to improve your vocabulary. Next on the list, I have puzzles. Doing puzzles requires your brain to make connections and problem solve. It's also just a super fun thing to do. I feel like it's something that not many people do anymore. I'd really like to get into this year. Then I have journaling. There are so many different types of journaling. You really can make it what you want it to be, whether that's writing about your day or using prompts to kind of guide you on what you can write about. This is a great way to clear your head. I find that if I'm like feeling really anxious, I just write down what I'm feeling. It really helps me because it's like I don't have to keep thinking about this. There's not much that I can do about it. Let's just move on. Next on the list, I have chess, which requires a lot of focus and strategic thinking. I'm sure if you know how to play, you may think it's easy, but to me it looks so complicated, and I'd love to learn this year. If you can play chess, I automatically think you're just a genius. Really cool, really smart. Yeah. Next on the list, I have learning an instrument, which has many benefits that you wouldn't even think of. Like, as I was searching, apparently it helps you improve your math skills, and also we can guess the more obvious benefits like hand and eye coordination. Then I have learn a new language, especially if there's somewhere that you'd like to visit. You don't even have to know how to speak fluently, but learning the basics and being able to sort of get your way around that country for a day with the basic knowledge that you know, I think would be great. And then I have coding, and lastly I have research / going down random rabbit holes. Every time I have to write a research paper, I sort of look for research question inspo, and surprisingly there are so many topics to research about. So if you can find the time whenever you're bored, just look up something and literally go down a rabbit hole. It's a great way to gain random knowledge that may even be useful to you in the future. This is one of my favorites. I love research. Whenever I'm watching a show, I'll like hear something and I'm like, that sounds interesting, like let me look into that. That is it for mine. Now we're gonna move on to creating. First on the list, I have learned how to do different hairstyles. I'd love to someday learn how to braid my own hair. I need to achieve that sometime in my life. And I have learning how to do your own nails. A lot of my friends have actually been learning this. I think it's such a great way to save money. Of course, be safe because you don't want to get like infections, but yeah, great way to save money because acrylics are pricey. Then I have painting, drawing, and coloring. For coloring, you can get physical books, or if you have an iPad or something like that, you can obviously color on there. I find that these hobbies are so calming, relaxing, therapeutic, all of the above. Then I have knitting, crocheting, and sewing. I find it so cool that you can basically learn to make anything. I find the like stuffed animals that are crocheted to be so cute. Then I have scrapbooking. Literally so fun and such a nice thing to look back at and to keep memories. If you want a more affordable option, you can do junk journaling, which you don't really need any materials. You can just use things like receipts, tickets, stuff like that. I tried to get into it for a period of time, but it does take time. So if you have the time, definitely check that out. Then I have candle making. You can literally make the most unique candles, which I find so cool. And then kind of similar, I have perfume making, which I didn't really know about until recently. Then I have pottery. which is more on the expensive side, but if you want an alternative would be air dry clay. You can also make some really nice art with this. Then I have baking and cooking. I 100% want to get more into those this year, especially baking from scratch. I'm watching Culinary Class Wars right now, and I just find it so cool how people could just make these recipes from scratch that looks so good. Cooking is a skill that I really want to get better at this year. Plus, I'm growing up, like I need to know how to make things. I'm clueless. Then I have writing poetry, kind of similar. I have writing stories. See how far your imagination could take you. Then I have making bracelets. You can make some for yourself, your friends. My friend actually made a business out of this, which was super cool. Then I have content creation. This will take up a lot of your time, so if it's something that you're passionate about, 2026 is the year to start. If that's not the thing for you, you can also start a private Instagram where you basically keep track of every day of this year by just posting one post. You can even just like keep track of things that you eat, keep track of the things that you do, and literally you're the only person who sees this Instagram. I do this and I literally love it, and it's so fun to look back at, especially if you're somebody who doesn't have storage. Then I have photography, which is a really big passion of mine. I love taking pictures, and I really hope this year is the year that I invest more in that, buy better equipment. And lastly on this list, I have origami, which is not one that many people talk about. Next on the list, I have movement, which is probably my favorite category. First on the list, we have walking. Then we have dancing, which is probably my next life's passion. I love to dance. Then I have rock climbing, another one that I actually want to do this year. I literally want to do everything, but then we have swimming, one of my favorites. And then we have running. If you run, I literally think you're the most disciplined person ever, because it takes so much effort, like seriously so much. And I don't know if I'm on that level yet. Then we have weightlifting. I picked this up last year and I literally fell in love. You literally learn so much through weightlifting. Like going to the gym made me realize that there is levels to this. Like every single day that I went to the gym, I learned something new. It's a never-ending learning journey with weightlifting. Then I have hiking, ice skating, roller skating or rollerblading. And then lastly, I have stretching. This is something I really want to do this year. It really doesn't take much effort. I'd love to get my splits back. I used to be able to do splits, but not anymore. And for the last few years, I've been trying to like get it back, but I've never been consistent with stretching. Maybe this year's the year. And now on to miscellaneous. First on the list, I have Legos. You can literally buy so many different Lego sets. This could have gone in creating our brain, because I feel like it does take a bit of effort. And then I have gaming. I know this isn't like much better than like doom scrolling, but it is a bit different, I think. Over the break, I got back into Roblox, and I don't know, it was just so therapeutic for me, like doing little jobs on Bloxburg. I thought that was so fun. Next on the list, again, not much better than doom scrolling, but watching movies. I feel like you can learn so much through movies. That's a goal of mine this year, which I've actually been working on already, which is just trying to watch like a bunch of movies. I think I've watched like 4 or 5 so far. Then I have board games or like card games, and then I have cafe hopping, which is basically where you try a bunch of different cafes in your city or your town, which is again something that I really want to do this year. I feel like being able to be that friend who has recommendations because of all the places that you've tried is such a cool like feeling. And kind of similar, I have trying different food spots, trying different foods. I really want to expand my, I don't know the word I'm looking for. And lastly, we have volunteering. The most fulfilled I've probably ever felt in my life is when I'm volunteering. Like it's such a distinct feeling, but knowing that you are helping and you're using your time in a good way is just the best feeling ever. And that is it for my list, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Everything on here were basically things that I kind of wanted to do myself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.